Hump day. Ha ha ha. Let me fix this camera. Turn. And boom, that should be it. I hope everybody's doing good. That's right. Bugatti NYC is live, just so everybody know on YouTube. We here this morning, ready to get it in. It's not a game. Y'all know what it is. Let me give my shout outs real quick to Liberty and Justice, Demonetized, Cat Dad J, Mark Dorfman. Who we got? Casey up in the building, my brother, one of our new mods. Who else we got up in here today? Let's see who else we got up in here today. Okay, we got Rebecca Lon Yen Bueno chiming in from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Y'all know what it's almost time to do, right? We got to get it in. Let me see what's going on over here with this time. We got this audio correct. I hear it. So glad to have another day to be with you guys. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I went to sleep and I slept for a long time yesterday. So I hope the energy is here because I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. It's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo, 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 yo. We got to wind it up. Wind it up. Wind it up. Wind it up. Now we're going to send that signal. Come on, y'all. Y'all ready? Almost. It's almost time. I feel you. I can feel it. It's not the edge of night no more. Let's go because I'm ready to turn up. Come on. Olay. Don't play. Open up those pores. Get that deep voice ready. Yeah, we got to open them all up this morning for this one. This guy right here is a legend. He has I'm telling you the truth, and I ain't even going to play. We got to go ahead and get to those lyrics right there. We got to get to those lyrics right there. Yes, we're going to keep on opening the pores because this is what helps us in the morning. That's right. And then we can't wait for the boom, 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 boom. We can't play the song. Boom, 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 boom. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Boom, 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 boom. Sicker than your average. Pop a twist cabbage off instinct. Niggas don't think shit stink. Instinct. Pink Gators, my Detroit players, Timbs for my hooligans in Brooklyn. That's right, dead right. Biggie there every night. Pop up and smooth since days of under rules. Never lose. Triple choose, cruise, cook to us. I ain't gonna say that name, not enough. Truth, I can't say that part, but I'll get to the biggie. Can't you see? Somehow your words just hypnotize me, and I just love your jazzy ways. I guess that's why they broke and you're so paid. Biggie. Can't you see? Somehow your words just hypnotize me. Hypnotize. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. That was my joint right there, y'all. You know that was my joint right there. Y'all know why I'm open, right? Because if it, boom, that be. It's Wednesday, Oct 8. That's right, y'all. 2025. I'm your host, Bugatti NYC, and this here our bottom line. And we be talking about this and that, and that, and this, and this, and that. And that will we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that just got me lit. That's right, you guys. October 8th, Wednesday, October 8th, all day hump day. Hope everybody had a fantastic evening. Y'all could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. Let's see who we got in the building this morning up here. Who we got up in the building? We got Angry up in the building. We also got Cat Dad Jay up in the building. We got Tiffany Melrose up in the building. Thank you so much for your new membership. That's one of our new members right there. And right behind that was Angry, one of our other new members. Hope you guys are ready to have a fantastic show, because I'm about to put it down. It's about to get real up in here. And with that being said, y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. What do I have here? I got a full clip, and you know what it's time for me to do, right? All right, let me make sure I get the whole screen in there. Let me get that right. Got you guys all front and center. Got the audio up and everything like that, because I know how y'all get. Once we start getting this ready, it's going to have to keep on going continuously. And y'all know what I'm going to say, right? I got 5 on it. I'm going to stack 5 videos at a time, and hopefully you guys stay on point and stay on dialogue so that we have a great conversation and keep on moving forward with the show. Let's get into it. Without any further ado, it's time for me to get to work today. Come on, y'all. It's hump day. 2 more days to the weekend for the people that love the weekend. You know, people like me, I don't mind, because I got to work every day, because we got to do this every day. But 2 more days for everybody else. Let's go. We got some Trump signs executive orders in the Oval Office, and yes, takes questions about the conditions of Washington, D.C., and much more. Let's go, you guys. Good morning. Let's get into it.
It was reported by Axios over the weekend that you had a call with Prime Minister Netanyahu where you told him to stop being so negative and to take the win when it came to Hamas's response to that. Is that true? And
no, it's not true. He's been very positive. He's been very positive on the deal. Everybody is. I think every nation is. We have just about every nation working on this deal and trying to get it done.
Hit that like button as you come in.
You could say 3,000 years if you look at it in certain ways, or you could say centuries, but this is a deal that incredibly, everyone just came together. They all came together. No, Israel's been great. They've all been good, Caitlin.
And in the negotiations, do you have any red lines in terms of Hamas disarming and whatnot?
No, I have red lines. If certain things aren't met, we're not going to do it. But I think we're doing very well, and I think Hamas has been agreeing to things that are very important.
Mr. President, the government shutdown, Mr. President, if the vote today fails in the Senate?
So now they're talking about, we got to get into this shutdown situation, because where are we at? Either 6, I think we're at the day 7, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all can correct me if y'all want to. Let me know what day are we at right now with this government shutdown, because now same thing. President Trump is saying that he's open to a shutdown deal with the Democrats. Hopefully that's something that actually comes to pass, because we already being hit in too much other areas as far as tariffs and everything like that. The last thing that we need is another situation going on with this.
Morning, Michael. Yeah, President Trump said he was open yesterday to making a deal with Democrats on extending those Affordable Care Act tax credits. That opens up a potential off-ramp here for the government shutdown. But Trump did come back, caveat his comments with a post on Truth Social, saying that he was happy to work with the Democrats on their failed healthcare policies or anything else. But first, they must allow our government to reopen. And that stance from Trump mirrors the stance of a number of Senate Republicans that I spoke with last night. All of them said they're open to talks, but they're on hold right now until the government reopens. And Senator Susan Collins is actually circulating a plan that promises to address those healthcare subsidies once the government is back funded again. Now, Trump is not the only Republican who actually seems interested in an extension. We've certainly heard from a lot of moderate Republicans who are interested, but last night, Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene tweeted that while she is not a fan of the
I got that on a separate clip. Let's go. I got to keep on moving forward to New York. Mom Dami over here. They're saying that you shouldn't even be scared about this guy, because if you live in New York, even if Mom Dami, who's basically predicted to be our next mayor, if he does become the mayor, Governor Kathy Jokel Hochul is already planning on not funding his tax bill, that he wants to tax people with much more money, as well as all of his schemes and things that he wants to have. So instead of us running, we probably need to wait him out, because he's not going to be able to fund the things that he thinks he's going to be able to fund. So now he's running with what he's calling a plan B.
Zohran Mamdani promising free buses, free childcare, rent freezes for all New Yorkers. But there's one major problem here. It's not really free. It actually costs $10 billion for the taxpayers. And New York Governor Kathy Hochul has been clear. She's not raising taxes on anybody right now. That wouldn't look good for her. So Mamdani is reportedly telling business groups that he needs a backup plan if his tax hikes won't come to pass. And he just admitted that in public.
If this money is funded by the additional taxes, or it's funded by a better than expected assessment, or it's funded by a pot of money that wasn't previously spoken about, or savings that have come in, then the most important thing is that it's funded. The question is not the amount of money. The question is who it's to the benefit for.
No, now the question is, where the hell are you going to get the money from? Because you already heard from Scott Bessent that said, eat a fart. You ain't getting it from him. You know you ain't getting it from Kathy Hochul unless you're going to take it out that $200 million that she stole out of the, what's that, congestive pricing stash that they got over there. And you know you ain't getting it from Trump. So let's see where you're going to get it from.
And for us, it's time that actually comes for working class New Yorkers.
Well, we said this from the beginning, that even if he is to win because of a lack of better competing candidates, that he's going to have a hard time passing his agenda because it does come down to dollars and cents. Kathy Hochul does have a lot of power here. Kenny, we were just talking about in the break, whether he realistically could win. He could win. I think the only thing that could change the outcome here would be a huge voter turnout, which New York City doesn't typically see.
Not happening.
And I just want to correct something I said yesterday. Early voting is Saturday, October 25th to Sunday, November 2nd. The actual election day is Tuesday, November 4th. So there's a period. If you want to vote, you'll be able to drop off your ballot. You'll be able to go early in person and cast it. But it looks like he will win. For the people who are panicking and already planning to leave, if he can't get the money he needs,
Right.
he can't do anything. To a certain degree, he's powerless.
That's right. And so Kathy Hochul has made it very clear she's not in the camp where she's just ready to arbitrarily raise prices across the board. It's
Until she gets elected, but she may not even have that.
not going to be good for her. She's trying to run for governor.
She's probably
Right.
not going to win the
She-
governor's race, and she
correct.
definitely won't win if she goes along with him.
Correct.
There you go. She's definitely not going to win if she go along with him because she is one of the worst governors that we ever had. I want you to go out knowing that, Kathy Hochul, if I ever see you even 10 years from now walking outside of a McDonald's, I'm going to say, excuse me, Miss Hochul, you were the worst. Now have a good day. Now we're going to keep on moving forward over to the White House and Pam Bondi as she asks about Epstein and Trump. Let's get into this, guys. Let's get into it. Let's keep on moving forward, trying to get you guys a bunch of information that we can get early as possible. Let's go.
Ms. Bondi, good morning.
Good morning.
What became of the $50,000?
Tom Hochul, I'm sorry. Tom Hochul is who she's being asked about right now. Sorry about that. Tom Hochul.
In cash that the FBI paid to Mr. Homan in a
Tom Homan.
paper bag, evidently.
Tom Homan. Borders are Tom Homan.
Senator, as Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche recently stated, the investigation of Mr. Homan was subjected to a full review by the FBI, agents, and DOJ prosecutors. They found no credible evidence of any wrongdoing.
And that was not my question.
We have to leave this here for a while because boy, does it get spicy.
My question was, what became of the $50,000 in cash that the FBI delivered, evidently in a paper bag, to Mr. Homan?
Senator, I'd look at your facts.
She's a beast. She's crazy.
Are you saying that they did not deliver $50,000 in cash to Mr. Homan?
Senator, as recently stated, the investigation of Mr. Homan was subjected to a full
A different
review
question.
by the FBI agents,
That's a
by
different
Department
question.
of Justice prosecutors. They found no evidence of wrongdoing.
That's a different question. What became of the $50,000? Did the FBI get it back?
Senator Whitehouse, you're welcome to talk to the FBI.
The report to you, can't you answer this question?
Senator Whitehouse, you're welcome to discuss this with Director Patel.
Now here we go.
Did Homan keep the $50,000?
As Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche recently stated, the
Okay,
investigation of Mr.
never mind. I
Holman
can
was
see I'm not gonna get a straight
full
answer from you to a very
by
simple
the
question.
FBI agents and the DOJ.
Do
They
you
found
know,
no credible evidence of wrongdoing. You know, you're very concerned about money and people taking money, and
do
you
you
rail
know,
against
wait a
dark
second,
money.
wait a second, wait a
Yet
second.
you work with dark
Wait a
money
second.
groups all the time, Senator
Wait a
Whitehouse.
second. Did you know whether or not in that investigation they looked at whether the $50,000 payment to Mr. Homan was declared by him on his tax returns?
Senator, I would be more concerned if I were you when you talk about corruption and money that when you pushed for legislation that would subsidize your wife's company.
The questions here are actually pretty specific. So having you
Recalculating.
respond with completely irrelevant far-right internet talking points really is not very helpful here. I'd like, Mr. Chairman, you generally like to have us be able to get answers to know, and we'll follow up with the QFR. And to the extent Patel wants to answer, that would be great as well. What happened to the $50,000? Did Homan keep it? Did the FBI get it back? If he kept it, did he put it on his tax returns? Pretty simple questions. Homan was the same guy who said there was a deal with Eric Adams. He said,
There's much more. They was getting it in for a while. I can't state it. I'm so sorry. I can't state it. But you guys saw how crazy that got. That was pretty spicy, right? We got to keep on moving forward because now Washington, fraud. Trump is politically risky. They're saying that he's doing a politically risky move that could affect seniors' Social Security. All right, y'all. They're talking about the money now. Let's get into the money. The money, 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 money.
Now, the Washington Post reports that Trump may eliminate age as a factor when deciding whether someone...
Eliminating age as a factor for Social Security. Check this out.
Now, the Washington Post reports that Trump may eliminate age as a factor when deciding whether someone's capable of working. The Post says that plan would limit disability benefits for older people. The White House responded saying, look, the only policy change President Trump's made is the tax cuts, which eliminated or will eliminate taxes on Social Security benefits. Come on in, Steve Moore. At the moment, seems to me, it's easier to get Social Security disability if you're over age 50. Will getting rid of the age factor be popular, and will it hurt seniors?
Well, Stuart, there's no program in Washington that has been more abused than the disability program. We've seen surges in the number of people who are signing up for disability, even though workplaces are safer than ever before. And so it doesn't really make any sense except for the fact that people are defrauding the system.
Now, I ain't going to say no names, but if you're watching this show, you know what you did to get your disability, right? I'm not going to say your name, but what you did, it was kind of interesting. It was kind of funny. Because what I heard is that you went inside that room when you was getting evaluated. Remember what you told me? You remember what you said? You said you told the doctor that the spirits was telling you to him. And he said, get this crazy man out of here. Next thing you know, boom, they stamped you for disability. Said that you was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. So I could imagine how many other people try to pull off the con game in order to get disability. Yeah, and I ain't say your name, so don't get mad at me. But if you hear, you know what you did to get that disability check.
By the hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people, costing the taxpayers billions of dollars every year. We know it's been happening, and no one has ever done anything about the fraud in the disability program until Donald Trump came along.
So you think he's going to do something like this? I mean, eliminate as much fraud as you can from the disability program. I think that would be popular. But
you're going to have people going down there like this, like, yeah, y'all call me down here. Yes, sir, go home. Oh, yeah, just wanted to see what y'all wanted. Your boy going to get the Academy Award. You know you're going back down there. I know you're going back down there when they call you to try to reevaluate your case. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. I got to keep on. I got too much in the kitty to get through. Washington, Kash Patel warns America that accountability is coming through the FBI. Let's go, y'all. We got to keep on moving forward. It's Wednesday morning. It's hump day. Let's go.
Here with more, FBI Director Kash Patel, beyond impressive. How do you have a 91% increase in such a short period of time? Does that mean that the last FBI was not working, or are they just working going after Trump?
It's really simple, Sean. The weaponization of law enforcement is over. The American people gave President Trump a mandate. President Trump gave me, as his FBI director, a mandate as well. Go crush violent crime and defend the homeland. And when you let good cops be cops, like the cops in the FBI and the local and state police officers around this country, they do their job. They get the mission done. As you relayed these stats, this is just 8 months on the job, Sean. We are up double digits on every metric of consequence when it comes to crushing violent crime. Finding kids, seizing fentanyl, arresting violent offenders. We haven't even gotten into our counterintelligence and counterterrorism work, which is ongoing at levels that this country has never seen before. But that's the beauty of these officers and agents. This is the work they wanted to do. And when you don't force them to politicize law enforcement and lie to federal courts to attack your political opponents and get secret search warrants and go spy on members on Congress, they get to go out into the streets and safeguard the community. Operation Summer Heat was our flagship program that the FBI led, and these are the results when you put cops on the streets and let.
He was talking about what he said, something about when you don't use the FBI or other agencies to go after people. I'm glad you said that, because here are some people that from the GOP, some senators that held a press briefing, and they were talking about the same thing. They were being investigated by the FBI under Sleepy Joe's administration. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go.
Thank you, Senator Johnson. And Chairman Grassley, thank you for your leadership in making this happen. This is an extraordinary revelation that just took place this afternoon. My colleagues and I found out, all of us Republicans, by the way, that we were placed under investigation by this FBI, under the Joe Biden FBI that was led, I presume, by Jack Smith and his predecessors. This isn't the first time that it's happened, though. Senator Johnson just mentioned this. I served on the Trump transition team in Trump Tower in 2016. Senator Blackburn was vice chair of the transition committee then, as were probably a dozen or more members of Congress. To think that we were all surveilled back then by the Obama FBI. This corruption runs deep, and it's gone on for far too long. And the fact that it's happened here again, the fact that they are looking at our records in 2023, sitting members of the United States Senate. Again, the only thing that we have in common, the only thing in common in this entire list is that we're all Republicans. They've decided to come after us. This is as partisan as it gets. The FBI and the corruption that's running there has to be cleared out. Thank God we have Kash Patel and Dan Bongino there. This has to be addressed. It has to be resolved. It needs to happen today.
I'm glad I see that up in the cut over there, because I got to get to Marjorie Taylor Greene right now, and I see some follow-up up on this. So let's get on over to Marjorie Taylor Greene, because yes, that's what was next coming up. Marjorie Taylor Greene basically says she breaks apart with the GOP on the decision about Obamacare.
Overnight, Democrats got a new unexpected ally on the issue of extending the expiring Affordable Care Act subsidies at the very heart of this shutdown debate. It's Republican Congressman Marjorie Taylor Greene of Georgia, who broke with her own party yesterday, writing a lengthy post on social media calling for action to extend Obamacare subsidies and prevent insurance premium hikes. Greene wrote in part that her adult children, who are covered by the ACA, have health insurance premiums that will double next year if Congress allows the tax credits to expire. Yeah, them and millions of other Americans. Greene emphasized that she will not support taxpayer-funded health care for undocumented immigrants and slammed Republican leaders for failing to address the subsidies issue. Democrats, of course, have been pushing for provisions in the federal spending bill to extend these subsidies, which expire right now at the end of 2025. But Republican House and Senate leaders have said the issue will not be discussed until Democrats agree to reopen the government.
So now I just saw that clip over here of a response to what she had to say, and I was able to see it in the corner right here. So let's see what the response is.
Some of the old members have expressed concern about the expiration of the ACA tax credits.
Boy,
Marjorie
working.
Taylor Greene has been the latest one. There are concerns that when they expire, premiums for millions of Americans would skyrocket. Why not begin negotiations on that issue right now?
because the government is closed. And as I mentioned, that's a December 31 issue. There are lots of conversations and deliberations and discussions right now, even bipartisan amongst members, about necessary changes that would have to be made, pretty dramatic changes, to even have that considered on the floor. But look, I'm not going to forecast the outcome of that. The whole point is you keep the government open, and then we have those discussions. We were always planning to have those discussions in the month of October. That's how the process works. And this is a very complicated issue. It's not a simple one. And you have, as I mentioned, there's probably 400 different ideas on the table of how to modify, change, or improve that if it is indeed going to be extended. And there's lots of concern all the way around. But there's no way that if four of us can go in a room and just snap our fingers and say, oh, here's the solution, let's get it done. We haven't had time to do that. And so we will, but we have to get the lights back on and get everybody here working again in their committees, through their processes, and on the floor in order to have fruitful conversations about that. So we hope that we'll do it. Yes, sir.
All right, y'all. Yeah, caught up. What y'all got for me in the comments? Y'all want to talk about this money? I mean, 50 more likes. Nah, we ain't worried about no likes. We working right now. Yes, she's sick and disease. Ooh. All right, we got to stay on topic over here. I love when people stay on topic. This way we have dialogue. Come on, y'all. We got to keep on going now, because a judge basically denied the Justice Department's request to delay Kilmar Abrego Garcia's case. Oh boy, back to this guy over here. Man, you just won't give up, boy. This dude here, they just send him over here, put him over there, put him over here now, put him over there. Kilmar again.
Welcome back to Takeout. The judge overseeing the deportation case of Kilmar Abrego Garcia has denied the Justice Department's request to delay proceedings because of the government shutdown. Abrego Garcia was brought back to the U.S. in June, you remember that, faced federal criminal charges after being mistakenly deported to a prison in El Salvador. That happened back in March. Much controversy ensued over both of those events. The Trump administration is now seeking to deport Kilmar Abrego Garcia to a different country. Camilo Montoya Galvez following this for us. Camilo, always great to have you. So this case has sort of been in suspended animation for a while. Just catch the...
From his beginning entry, you can tell he is totally for Kilmar. Watch when he start talking. Soon as he start talking, you're gonna be able to tell he don't even want him to get deported. He don't care about what he did. Watch this.
Audience up on sort of what's gone on for the last month and what happened today that is potentially significant.
Sure, Major. Just to level set for our audience, there are two major legal battles ongoing in the U.S. over the fate of Kilmar Abrego Garcia, who, as you underscored, is that Salvadorian man who was mistakenly deported to El Salvador, despite a judge's ruling from the first Trump administration that protected him from being deported there. He's facing federal criminal charges related to human smuggling allegations that he denies, we should add, in Tennessee. But the judge in that case, Major, has allowed him to await the criminal trial that is set to start next year outside of pretrial detention. However, Abrego Garcia, because he entered the U.S. unlawfully and without permission back in 2011 initially as a teenager, is also facing a civil immigration deportation proceeding before the Justice Department. And that case is ongoing, and it is set to be appealed before the Board of Immigration Appeals at the Justice Department in the coming weeks and months. In the meantime, a federal judge in Maryland is trying to discern and find out from the Justice Department, Major, whether the Trump administration, in fact, wants to remove this man to the tiny African country of Eswatini in southern Africa while this case plays out and before the criminal trial actually starts. The Trump administration has communicated to Abrego Garcia's lawyers that it does indeed intend to send this man to this tiny African kingdom, but during this hearing, the judge expressed real concerns, Major, and frustrations about their inability to answer basic questions about these plans and how quickly they could send this man to Africa in the coming days and weeks. And so
I'll tell you one thing, there's a lot of story coverage on Kilmar. There's a lot going on with this guy. If he had did a GoFundMe and just did a whole GoFundMe, he would have enough money to go anywhere. Africa, anywhere, because there's so much stuff. He get more money than anybody I know on YouTube. That guy's more famous than any rapper I know. Ask anybody. If he would have did a GoFundMe, he would have been straight. Okay, clean up on aisle 6. Got up out of there and been straight. Because, oh my God, he got lawyers. He been chilling or getting flights, getting free clothes and stuff, or taking care of his family and everything like that. I know people in the comments like, oh, Bugatti, how dare you say something like that? I saw the video when he was driving the people. And they was like, oh, we going over here. No construction equipment, no nothing in the car. Oh, we driving over here from here. Sound mad suspect, buddy. And you already got all the tattoos. And how come you can't go back to your country of originalization because the gang out there is looking for you? I ain't got no gangs out here looking for me to mess with me. I wasn't affiliated with no people like that when I was out there. So that means you probably did have some affiliation, and you did because they found out. I know a lot of people in the comments ain't liking me about this, but I don't like this. And I ain't really feeling homeboy right there. I think it's a manipulation ploy on his behalf. He trying to milk it as long as he can. And guess what? You guys can disagree with me. That's just how I feel about the Kilmar Abrego Garcia situation. And we're going to keep on moving forward because now we got some Epstein information, and they're saying that are the Epstein files playing a role in the swearing in of the new Arizona Democrat? Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. And again, just to remind you guys, you do not have to agree with me. That is what this platform is about. But sometimes I'm going to say my viewpoint as well.
Welcome back to the Weekend Primetime. We're going to begin this hour with the newest member of Congress being sidelined due to the fallout over the ongoing government shutdown and potentially the Jeffrey Epstein saga. This week, Arizona's Congresswoman-elect Adelita Grijalva traveled to Washington, D.C., expecting to be sworn into office after winning a special election for her late father's seat in southern Arizona.
Sure did, North Star.
Well, a swearing-in ceremony was not organized, and it's not clear when exactly it's going to take place. Speaker Mike Johnson claims it's because the House has not returned to a normal session due to the shutdown. But Democrats believe the real reason for the delay is that Grijalva plans to provide the final signature on a petition that would force a House vote to release the Epstein files. Here's Congresswoman-elect Grijalva this weekend.
There's been a lot of conversation about why I haven't been sworn in when there are 3 other members, Democrat and Republican, that were elected in specials like I was, that were sworn in within 24 hours of their election. And here I am 10 days out, still waiting. A lot of talk about me being the 218th signer for the discharge petition for the Epstein files, which I will do as soon as I'm sworn in. The timing is very suspect.
And the Congresswoman-elect of Arizona, she joins us now. Congresswoman-elect, it is good to see you. Thank you for joining the show. So do you have any clarity about when you're going to be sworn in? What have you heard from Speaker Johnson?
Absolutely nothing from Speaker Johnson at all. And so it is very suspicious, the timing, the fact that, I had 2 other members of Congress sworn in during a pro forma day on April 2nd, no problem at all. Had another colleague, Walkinshaw, from Virginia, sworn in under 24 hours. He's a Democrat. The other previous 2 are Republicans. And so the majority doesn't change because I get sworn in. The only thing that I can point to that is different, that one, I'm a woman of color, Chicana, but also that I'm going to be signing the discharge petition for the Epstein files.
How many people in the comments think that that's the reason why they're delaying? Hands up like this if you think that. You know what? I think that's the reason why the DOJ is delaying Congress is delaying putting her in. If you do not agree, if you think that that's just because the government's shut down right now and they're just waiting, thumbs down. But if you think that they're doing it on purpose so that they do not get that signature to go ahead and force those Epstein files, hands up like this. I'd like to see the majority of people that actually, what's going on with this situation right here, what you guys feel about it. Let me see. Trump was a regular. Okay, we got a lot of people thinking thumbs up. I keep my hand down. Okay. Calendar. We got Casey thinks that that's why they're doing it. It's a kind of a mixed crowd here. In the middle of it, back and forth. We got back and forth over here. No, we got a lot of people with hands up now. Whoa, we got a lot of people with the hands up now. So I guess you guys do believe that they're trying to slow the process down with her. You know what I've always tell people, and sometimes you might want to use it yourself. Something that you plan on doing, you might not want to tell everybody. Just stay mum on that topic. A lot of people over here thinking the same thing. So like, let's say, for instance, if she wouldn't have even said that she was going to sign it, they probably would have already signed her in already, and she could have signed it. A lot of times, until somebody asks and they're really pressing the issue, don't really tell nobody what you plan on doing. You know how they say never let your left hand know what your right hand is doing? Real talk. Also in business and in plans, and when you guys want to get something done, don't tell people what you got planned until you're finished, believe it or not. Sign the contract, make sure that they can't do nothing to mess it up. Then you go ahead and tell people what you got going on. We got to get on over to Vladimir Putin as he praises Charlie Kirk's legacy following the disgusting murder. Let's go on over here real quick right now, you guys. Can't believe he got words on it, but okay.
A disgusting thing, and moreover, it was done just in the open air, almost a live show, and it was totally disgusting and totally. I'd like to render my condolences to the family of Mr. Kirk and his next of kin, and certainly we sympathize with him. Moreover, he was defending those traditional values, and by the way, the ones that Michael Gloss came to defend with arms in his hands, and he sacrificed his life for that, and he sacrificed his life here in a fight for the traditional values. As a Russian soldier, and Kirk gave his life there in the United States, but fighting for the same values. What is the difference? There is almost no difference. And by the way, the proponents of Kirk in the United States should know that here in Russia we have Americans who are fighting and who are ready to sacrifice their lives for that.
All right, I don't know if I take too much comments from you, Mr. Putin, because I'm going to tell you the truth. I look at Putin like, yeah, man, that's Mr. Horns over there, but I don't mess around with Putin, boy. Woo! Wouldn't want to be in a place. Yeah, we both men, but yeah, go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Nah, I don't want no dough. I don't want nothing from you. Because all of a sudden, people that mess around with you, they become missing. They get locked up. Their businesses get wring the rag out, and they be tumbleweeds out of there. Ain't messing around with no Vladimir Putin. We're going to go on over to Staten Island, but we got a breaking story that's very sad story. This teen is accused of taking off someone's top. I can't say it, but this is a very chilling story right here. Looks like it seems like it happened like yesterday or something like that. This is crazy.
Girl arrived at her West Brighton home after school on Monday to find her teen brother drenched in blood before he uttered the chilling words, "I did something bad. Go to your room," sources said. The girl walked inside and followed blood trails to the bathroom, where she found the boyfriend of the suspect's mother in the bathtub, with his head removed and a knife still in his head, sources told the Post. She then called 911. Police arrived at the Cary Avenue home at about 4:20 p.m. before the bloodied 19-year-old suspect came out with his hands raised and was apprehended.
And yes, this is not no movie or nothing like that. This is real. And look at the 19-year-old right here that actually did it. That's the Staten Island one, the suspect that's been removed. You guys see all the Blill's nut around his neck and all of that. All that on him. They took his clothes from him, of course, to make sure that they can get whatever DNA off his clothes. As you can see, he's got a lot of of course, you know, I don't want to say it, on his face, probably from the other person. They're saying that he's, you know, out of his mind, a little cuckoo, crazy, whatever, I guess. But yeah, this is the guy right here. Not even a day ago, I think 2 days ago. If that, as we have a new day today that just came in. But yeah, this is the one that they said that did this. Same video, same place. Oh boy, that was the boyfriend of, what you say, the boyfriend, what they say, the boyfriend of the sister? He that all. Lord, we want to pray for the boyfriend of the sister and the family and everybody that's affected by this brutal, tragic situation. We ask that you guide us and keep coverage over us and today and every day, as you always have been. I ask that today in Jesus' name. Amen. Lord, we got to keep on moving forward right now because we got another one. What's this? Wait a minute. Oh yeah, no, don't tell me it happened again. I got to turn this here. If it would have happened again, I ain't playing that. But I want you guys to see something. See, because when it comes to me, I like to look at before and after when it comes down to a situation a lot of the times. I don't look at what made things happen because in reality, if you think about it, let's say in 100 years, you and I probably won't even be, we won't even matter anymore. All of this stuff that we have, these lights, this camera, this suit that I have on, it won't even matter. Nobody will even know who we were. Grandmother, great-grandparents, you don't even look for them anymore when you think about it. So when you're here, you need to really express and experience life. It's not even all about the money and everything like that because we can't take that with us. We really can't. But we have to survive. So people like you and I, we got to be a part of that rat race every day. Sad part about it is we never get the chance to actually experience life because we're trying to survive. Think about that. It's really more about survival and riches than experience in life. How many hours you work a day, how much more time you spend at your job. So the real thing I'm really trying to say is try as much as possible to enjoy your life. Check out this situation right here in Gaza. Don't look at it for what happened. Look at it for the before and the after. Look at this situation right here. It looks like a time lapse of what's going on over here. And it's, I swear to you, so much different. This is today versus 2 years ago at Gaza. This is 2 years after. This is 2 years prior. This is now. That was before. Just want to show you guys something like that. No, there's no audio or nothing like that. But what really matters, I think, is living your life, trying to experience being with your family and trying to actually appreciate life because none of the money you get to keep. You don't get to take a gold bar with you like, oh, the richest person you know. They even tried it. The kings in Egypt, they tried to take money with them. Didn't even work. Matter of fact, grave robbers got them. Let's keep on going forward, you guys. Experience your life, breathe, and have a good time as much as you can. Every week and every second you can. And put a suit on for nothing, just to look good. Asking me why I got a suit on. Let's keep on going. We got this new drone footage that shows some flames that's devouring your home as death threats are revealed. Check this out right here, you guys. This is pretty crazy right here, and it looks a little suspect. Now, we're going to go on over to this drone footage that shows flames devouring this South Carolina judge's home. Yeah, and they said that there was death threats. So I don't know how they set his house on fire or how it went down, but this is his house. No audio, no, none. This is just a drone showing the footage of the damage of this judge's home. And they were hoping that he was in there. So I'm gonna keep on getting more content and more footage on this information, on this situation right here. But that's a judge's home right there. Don't know if it happened with a drone, but that's a drone that's capturing this footage right here, right now. And I'm gonna let you guys know if there's anybody that lost their lives in that situation right there. That's basically in South Carolina. Keep on moving forward, you guys. Keep on going. Chicago, Brandon Johnson asked point blank, are the police ever going to help ICE agents when it comes down to helping them detain people that's trying to fight against them, people that are pushing back? Brandon Johnson, the answer that he gave was pretty cold and calculated, the way he's trying to like stay cold-faced, basically telling them the police are not going to help if there's any outbreak between citizens and ICE agents.
Good morning. Can you confirm the reports that Chicago police were ordered to stand down when ICE agents were surrounded and rammed by cars? And do you want Chicago police not to help ICE agents?
Our police officers respond to every single emergency in this city. The brave women and men who signed up to serve and protect this city are committed to keeping us safe. And what we have made very clear is through our welcoming city ordinance, when it comes to civil immigration enforcement, absent a warrant, our police department will not dub as federal ICE agents. In fact, we believe it's antithetical to driving violence down in the city of Chicago. When people call 911, we do not ask what their immigration status is, right? And so our police department will respond to every incident in which their services are needed to keep people safe, protecting the fundamental right to be able to protest, ensuring the maximum safety of our residents. That is the top priority of our administration.
And that is why you're at a 6% approval rate and you about to be out the door. Ronald McDonald can run against him and win. You can just go up in there with a sweatsuit on. Like, yeah, I want to run for mayor against Brandon Johnson. They're going to say, okay, with the ball and everything, sweating after you just came off court. Yeah, I want to run against him and you're going to win. Worst approval rating ever. Telling you right now. Let's stay on in Chicago now because we got the superintendent that explains the CPD. Even if they don't want to be a part of helping out ICE, they might have to. He's basically saying they're damned if they do and damned if they don't, because now it's going to get worse.
From NBC Chicago. Because as you know, there's a lot of this. So I want to be clear that I'm going to limit my responses to that. So it would be appreciated if your questions are around our law enforcement response to what we're seeing here with federal agents and immigration enforcement and how we respond.
So now you got the mayor that's speaking. Now you got the actual people on the ground responding.
I've been quiet a little too long because I want to stay out of the politics of this. Because as you know, there's a lot of politics around this. I don't play politics. I've told you that before. I'm the head of a department that enforces the law. We have to be politically neutral if we are going to enforce the law the way that it's supposed to be enforced, impartially. We want to make sure that when we show up, we're keeping every single person in this city safe, and we want to keep the peace. That's our jobs. And that's what our men and women out there every single day are doing, putting their lives on the line to keep this city safe. So I just want to be clear about a few things. The events that occurred on Saturday when there was a shooting involving ICE agents. So I'm going to start with a timeline. It started out with our two deputy chiefs who responded to the scene. That would be Deputy Chief Brian Kinane and Deputy Chief Gabriella Shemash. They did an excellent job over there. The narrative is out there that CPD was not on scene. CPD did not show up. Let me just put all of that to rest. At 10:32 a.m., CPD receives a call of a person shot at 39th and Kedzie. By 10:36 a.m., CPD responds. They located a woman who flagged them down. She had been shot. She stated that she had been shot by federal agents. CFD was called. She was taken to the hospital to have her gunshot wounds treated. At 11:06, CPD officers are at the hospital with this individual who had been shot. At 11:25 a.m., CPD units are holding down the scene where the offending vehicle was located. And when
he moves it up, basically says what I tell you guys. I don't got to stay there forever. You see what he's talking about, the bottom line of what he's got going, and he's saying, no matter what, we have to respond because we got to deal with the situations that happen with the public. So yeah, Brandon Johnson might be saying one thing, they have to respond a different way. Got to keep on moving forward, you guys. I know, let's get on over to Brooklyn now. But we got this man that was assaulted. Where? You heard what I said. Brooklyn. Told y'all yesterday. Always tell you all the time. Brooklyn, Florida, same place. I'm telling you, it's like the same place. Man was assaulted over a shopping cart in Costco. You ain't gonna believe this one here, y'all. I'm talking about they got real turned up for absolutely no reason in a Costco. Oh, matter of fact, no. I don't want to do that one yet. Matter of fact, do I? No, let's go ahead and let's do the Costco first, but that was crazy.
An argument inside a Brooklyn Costco is now the focus of a police investigation.
We've blurred the faces of those involved because charges have not yet been filed. The fight broke out in the aisles of the warehouse over the weekend. Eventually, one person was knocked out, 2 others ran off.
We got
Eyewitness
to
News
do
reporter
better,
Lindsay
y'all.
Tuckman live at Sunset Park with the latest on what started all of this.
We got to
Lindsay?
do better, y'all.
Yeah, Mike Sade, the Costco behind me here has been busy all day long, and customers do tell us that it can get a little bit crazy. But now police are investigating after a disagreement turned to physical violence. Chaos at Costco, and it all started over a shopping cart. The NYPD says it happened Sunday just before 4 p.m. at the Sunset Park, Brooklyn location. Police looking at footage shared on social media showing 2 men arguing over the cart. And then it escalates, and one of the men hits the other in the head, sending him to the hospital. Shoppers react.
You try to keep your head down, but I mean, gosh, to have to worry about WWF in the Costco is a little insane.
That's really uncalled for. I mean, it's okay to get frustrated, but to hurt somebody over a shopping cart?
Police say the 42-year-old victim also hit his head on a cart and was treated for injuries to his forehead and eyelid.
Oh boy, let's get on over to some real tragic situation right here. This one's kind of crazy. I gotta show you guys this. This is some situation right here that we gotta. It's kind of bad. This family member threw a bottle at this guy, water bottle. He was peed off. Going over to Wayne County right now, you guys. We got this murder victim's family who threw a water bottle at this guy during an emotional sentencing. Pretty bad right here. I'm sorry for their loss with their family, but yes, you guys, let me know where Wayne County is at. I don't know where Wayne County is at, but I wanted to bring this story up now before it gets too late. I want you guys to see this.
Tears, anger, and even an outburst in court today. The family of a Dearborn Heights mother confronts the man convicted of murdering her. Thanks for joining us at 6. I'm Ty Steele.
I'm Kimberly Gill. The man who killed Bushra Mowry in 2023 will likely never be released from prison. But the sight of the convicted murderer and his behavior proved so upsetting today. One of the victim's family members threw a water bottle at him. Local 4's Erica Erickson has been following this case and has been speaking with family. She was inside the courtroom during the emotional sentencing.
The family of murder victim Bushra Mowry has been here in court for every hearing over the last 2 years, and now heartbreak and anger pouring out.
We feel robbed. We feel violated. Our hearts ache so painfully for my sister.
Moving this judge to tears, the family of 36-year-old Bushra Mowry pleading for the maximum punishment possible.
Mercy to the guilty is a crime against the innocent.
31-year-old Amir Patterson, known to some as the Rouge Reaper, sitting quietly during his sentencing on 8 counts, including the murder of this Dearborn Heights mother for shooting another man and home invasion back in June of 2023 in Westland. Prosecutors say Patterson upset that his ex-girlfriend wasn't paying him enough attention, going on a rampage.
Miss Mowry was killed fleeing for her life from the defendant who was shooting wildly at any person who was in his field of vision.
Mowry's family calling her a rare soul, kind, selfless, and full of love.
I cried silently because my sweet Bushra wasn't there. The pain was unbearable.
Her brother becoming overwhelmed with emotion, throwing his water bottle.
So stupid ass up. Listen, I kill your sister.
Patterson's crimes go back to 2014, the so-called Rouge Reaper taking a plea in a 2016 murder and firearm case.
They were afraid to testify because they knew of the defendant, they knew of his reputation, and they knew he was a dangerous person.
Prosecutors asking for 75 to 100 years, but his defense attorney reminding the judge Patterson has had a hard life and did write an apology letter after Mowry's murder. Patterson sentenced as a 4th habitual offender.
Your hard life.
And I am so sorry that there's so much evil in this world.
You think we care about his hard life? Nobody care about you. Who else in here ain't have a hard life? Fuck you. And then he's smiling and laughing after something like that.
Mr. Patterson, on count 1, homicide, murder in the 2nd degree, you are going to be sentenced to 75 years to natural life.
Mowry's family says they're satisfied with the sentence given. Meanwhile, Patterson's family was inside the courthouse. They were seen crying as they left. Erica Erickson, Local 4.
You look like he was just sitting there, like smiling. And also, you heard what they said, right? He already intimidated the neighborhood, had everybody shook. Y'all know that guy in the neighborhood that's like that? Have everybody scared because, oh, don't mess with such and such. And then when he get locked up, his name is on the t-shirt, Free Little Meek Me. We want to pray for the soul of the family that lost the tragedy, for the lady who lost their lives in this tragic event. And we want to hope that the family has some strength and try to get through this as best as they possibly can. Because as you can see, your Lord, it's 2 years later and they're still dealing with it. So we want to hope that you continue to cover them as you always do, as you always take care of us as well. We ask that in Jesus' name, amen. Keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to go on over to move of this bottles of resin that been found taped to the door of a bank in Hollywood. I don't know what this is about, but it's all sorts of crazy things going. No. Hell with the resin. We're going to stay in Brooklyn. We got to stay in Brooklyn right now because we got this situation right here where this nightclub suspect cries in court and he says to his mother, I want to go home. See, that's the thing that we need to start showing these YNs. If anybody understand what a YN is, it's really a young ninja. I can actually say the word because we're 3 minutes in. Young nigga. Yeah, so young YN. Anytime you guys hear the word YN, it means young nigga. I'm just going to say it straight up and down. That's what it means. But they put the ninja there to represent the ninja. Check this out. All young kids need to see this before they commit a crime, as well as possibly that video right there that we just saw of that dude that thought he was he thought he was the man, had the whole neighborhood locked down. You just got 75 years and you is not coming home. He just got locked up and they ain't letting him out. Show the young kids that. How about that? Instead of showing them everything else. Watch this craziness right here at this nightclub. You're going to start seeing it. 4 people lost their lives as these thunderunts in, where do I always tell you? Where do I say that I stay away from? It's backwards, but you know what I'm saying. Brooklyn. I'm good.
Stunning new video of a gang-fueled massacre in real time. 40 rounds fired in 6 seconds as innocent people scurry to safety. A killing field, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office, which released the footage from troubled hangout known as Taste of the City. The firefight leaving 3 dead and 10 wounded in August. This evidence released Wednesday after the FBI arrested the first of 3 alleged shooters. Prosecutors say Elijah Roy, seen highlighted in yellow, was one of 5 people to open fire. 2 of the gunmen were killed. Was he at the club that day? The 25-year-old suspect's mother and sister leaving the courthouse after Roy's arraignment without comment. However, the alleged gang member cried as he was led to jail.
Cried as he was led to jail. You see, his mother was like, I don't want to talk about this. I ain't got nothing to do with it. No, I don't want to have no comment about it, right? And next thing you know, next week, she going to have a t-shirt on that say, Free Little Meek. And the whole hood gonna be outside with Free Little Meek shirts on, and he gonna be on right on the front of the shirt without even knowing what he did. Stop being ignorant, following the crowd, and talking about free such and such without knowing what such and such did. Come on, y'all.
And told his family, I want to go home.
He's a 25-year-old young man who's in federal custody, just got transported from 20-hour lockdown in North Carolina. Which is good.
The feds say they found the ex-con hiding out in North Carolina, alleging 2 Brooklyn rival gangs chose to settle a score, putting countless lives in the crosshairs. Out of the 10 shooting survivors, at least 2 have filed lawsuits against the Taste of the City Lounge for not providing adequate security that night, they say, which has left them with lasting...
Look at the Taste of the City Lounge behind him. What type of money do you think they're going to get as a lawsuit? They don't own that place. They've rented it. Ain't even an LLC probably. Probably somebody that got some money on the street that was like, yo, we're going to do some parties in that Taste of the City spot. You only going to charge us a little something. You ain't getting no lawsuit money out of them people.
Physical and emotional scars.
Better try to sue the landlord.
One of them, Amadou Baz, represented by attorney Nick Roncheritar.
When he entered the lounge, no one searched him. They waved him through.
Saying the 25-year-old is now unable to work his construction job after being shot in the ankle.
Because of that, he suffers from PTSD. He's scared to go into just a normal establishment.
As to who shot whom, Roy's attorney says it's unclear.
I can't make heads or tails of what is or isn't in his hand on the video. What I saw was my client leaving a establishment and falling down.
Oh, I can't see the hammer that he had in his hand, but all I saw was him leaving. I don't know what y'all talking about with that. That could have been his cell phone. Man, ain't nobody stupid. We was born at night, but not last night. Defense attorneys, they be trying it, but we ain't stupid. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because now we got another thunter that thought it would be smart to what? Tie some bottles of resin to the door of a bank in Hollywood? Lord have mercy. I'm talking about people, they say that we 40th when it comes down to education. I think now these people are really starting to reveal themselves.
Situation in the heart of Hollywood, shutting down Vine Street from Hollywood south to Sunset. Police later deemed the area safe, but the response is what's getting even more attention. Fox 11's Christina Gonzalez joining us with the latest on what happened here. Christina?
Yeah, you know, we're right to where this happened, which is at this Wells Fargo right behind us. You can see still closed because they're trying to figure out how to take off that substance from the floor. You know, a larger response than some people really were expecting. Police saying that they didn't want to take any chances. Keep in mind, we've got some big events around the corner, so these are also good practices. Take a look.
What's up, W. Mont?
We're in the
Hollywood
area. We have a hazmat situation. From Skyfox, LAPD and fire setting up a perimeter around this. 2 plastic containers oozing liquid lodged to the entrance door handles of the Wells Fargo on Vine Street.
Yes, I was going to the bank.
You're not anymore.
No.
We just asked everyone in the buildings to shelter in place until we're able to, clear this.
They got
The
a
Bomb
helicopter
Squad's
out there.
Batcat robot moves in to get a closer look while investigators go through surveillance video from nearby businesses.
They saw surveillance and they saw that it was like a homeless lady that was just like taping it up. But she's completely covered, so they don't know if it could have been just a homeless lady just being a homeless lady being crazy, or if it could possibly be something a little bit more.
Firefighters help get disabled residents out of the way while others take the opportunity to get a selfie.
Now you see how much money was wasted just because somebody went over there and tried to get rid of some baby oil on the door. I don't know what that was about. That was pretty crazy. I want you guys to thank who's this right here? Let's go ahead and give love to W. Matt for the $9.99 super chat. Thank you so much, Matt. We appreciate you. Somebody went over there and put some supersized XL lube on the doors, and they're gonna shut down the whole Hollywood for that. Man, get out of here. Get up. Crazy nonsense going on everywhere. Got the helicopters all in the sky, special police out there. Man, y'all is nuts. Let's get on over to another situation where somebody gets locked up, and now their mother's like, how did they get in the fight when they were in prison? Because it's prison. I'm so sorry that you guys have to understand what's going on here. If you don't want to go to jail, don't do criminal things. If you do criminal things, you have to deal with the ramifications. That means getting locked up. When you get locked up, dealing with being in there, dealing with the other inmates. So if you can't hang, how they say the song, y'all? Y'all know how it go. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. But y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Don't do it. Don't do it. If you can't get away with it and you don't think that you can do the time, if you get caught, don't do the crime if you can't do the time. Beretta, don't do it. Don't do it. Now she got her mother over here talking about, I'm at work right now. I heard that my daughter got beat up in jail. That's what happens.
White was first booked in August on drug and shoplifting charges, but White is now charged with aggravated assault, aggravated battery, and tampering with evidence.
11 Alliance Cody Alcorn live outside Grady Hospital, downtown Atlanta, where the victim, another inmate, is now on life support. So Cody, you spoke with her mom just hours ago.
I did, Ron and Jennifer. I can tell you this, Gloria Buckner is praying that her daughter pulls through, but at the same time, she's demanding answers, asking how her daughter could be brutally attacked inside the Fulton County Jail. Now take a look. This is 20-year-old Tyriana Ledbetter. Her mother says she is...
No, I'm not condoning what happened. I'm telling you guys it's a terrible story. I think she's a beautiful girl. I'm telling you, I think it's terrible. But that's probably the reason why the other girl beat her up, because she probably was jealous of her, and things like that happen. So don't get yourself in no trouble. Don't get yourself in trouble where things like that can happen. I'm sure this fella's looking at this picture right here like, man, that could have been my little shorty. I would have been like, boo, what you need? You ain't got to go do nothing crazy. What's going on? Ladies, and all over what? Trying to steal from stores and getting so many cases, now you got to get locked up. It's not worth it, ladies. It's not. Don't do it. If you can't do the time, do not do the crime.
Mentally disabled and doesn't have the mental capacity. Year-old Tyriana brutally attacked inside the Fulton County Jail. Now take a look. This is 20-year-old Tyriana Ledbetter. Her mother says she is mentally disabled and doesn't have the mental capacity of a 20-year-old. Now, very little has been confirmed surrounding the actual attack. Gloria says her daughter was found unconscious, shoved under a bed in her cell. Her injury so severe, she's now on life support. Gloria says her daughter wasn't given the proper care due to her mental disability and should have never been in a cell with this suspect. She also wants to know why she wasn't notified immediately after the attack. Jail records show it happened on Monday, September 22nd.
I spoke to my child Sunday, was the last day I spoke to my child. I didn't get a call until either Thursday or Wednesday saying my child, this is after the fact, she had already been in the hospital. I deserve answers and I need to know.
Gloria says she finally got the opportunity to see her daughter here behind me at Grady. She tells me she's in critical condition, on life support, and on a feeding tube.
Terrible, tragic situation right there. I feel bad for laughing and dancing around now. You see, that's why I got to be careful about how I do stuff. I got to pray now for her as well as myself and ask for forgiveness, Lord, because that's a terrible, tragic situation that happened to that person that did not have her mental capacity. I'm not going to make no excuse for it. I ask for understanding. And we keep on moving forward, and we hope that she pulls through that tragic event and that she gets out of prison and hopefully never has to deal with anything like that again. We ask that this day in Jesus' name, amen. And I apologize to you guys as well. It was not funny. Keep on moving forward now. We got this 11-year-old that was tossed in jail for a TikTok threat on his school. This is something that they're taking very serious now. I commend this. I think that he should definitely have this entire process happen. And I think more kids, again, when things happen, I think the kids more that, what do they call it? Right, when they take them to jail, scared straight. I think more kids need to be dealing with the scared straight situations, because I'll be darned if this one ain't a scared straight situation right here. This is 11-year-old who was tossed in jail over a TikTok threat to pow his school up.
All right, buddy, come on out for me.
They taking this stuff serious now. They're not playing no more. The entire process he's going through. Notice how there's no kids, all grown men. Yeah. You want to go over here and threaten that you're going to do that to your school? You're under arrest. 11 years old. You heard that? And a pretty big back to be 11. Shit, you sitting in handcuffs.
Come on in here. Have a seat. We're going to get some paperwork together on you, and we'll be back for you in a short while, okay?
All right, buddy, come on out for me.
Now that's the part right there where they need to send somebody in there to scare him. Let's keep on going. Today, 11-year-old Jesse McIntyre was arrested for making a thrills net against his school. FBI notified law enforcement. McIntyre wrote in a TikTok comment he was going to pow up the Campbell Middle School in Daytona Beach and mentioned staff members in the comments. Law enforcement responded to McIntyre's house and determined he did not have access to weapons. He was taken into custody and transported to the Family Resource Center for processing. I think more of this needs to happen, because then kids will be like, man, I ain't doing that no more. And then they'll have a story to come out and tell their friends, hey, I'm planning on, you know what? I don't think I want to do that, because that's the only way I got straight. I'm going to tell you the truth. When they brought me in one time, they brought me in the cell. And this is when I was a kid. Yep. They walked over, and this one detective walked by the cell. He said, magic? I'm looking at him like, what you mean magic? They walked by, brought another cop and said, look, they got magic. And I'm like, what the hell are they talking about magic? So when they took me upstairs and they sat me down, they said, yeah, we know who you are. You the one that be riding them dirt bikes with that Lakers jersey on with magic, and we can never catch you. Yeah, man, they was like, we could never catch you because you had that jersey on. And yeah, they had finally caught up to me that day when I thought I was going to get away. Turned the corner, fell on the ground, hit my knee. Get over again. Yeah, I used to ride motorcycles like crazy all through the neighborhoods. That's what people knew me for. I was a thunter back then, but I was a kid. So let's keep on moving forward, y'all. Something that you now know about me. Now let's keep, and yeah, my mama used to always defend me too. I ain't gonna lie, he ain't do nothing. Meanwhile, I'm over there like, shoot, damn if I didn't. But if that's gonna get me out, go for it. That's why I know the other side of the game. And that's why I'm the perfect person to know what these little guys is up to. Excuse me, man, we understand that you love your little boy, but I'm gonna have to take him in this room real quick and surround him by some silverbacks. He ain't even gonna try to go back to do nothing, no more crime, no more. Trust me. I know how to deal with people like this. Lorenz Krauss tells a judge he's married. This is the guy right here that thought that it would be smart to send his family, his mother and father, to glory. Yeah, you could tell something wrong with this man, because anytime you're just smiling for no reason, yeah, it's a problem.
You're not guilty, please, on your behalf, reserving all your rights. Thank you. I do gotta ask you some questions. What is your date of birth?
January 9th, 1972.
And your home address?
6 Crestwood Court, Albany, New York.
You know, you married or single?
Married.
And employed?
I have a company that I own, so I'm...
Self-employed?
Yes.
Self-employed. Let's have defense motions due November 20th.
This man ended the life of his mother and father. Like I said, anytime you have that person with that cold stare, that just smiling at you for no reason like this, like, yeah, that dude right there, yeah. This here was built up over years, because he literally said, my dad was ready to go. I said, how'd you know that? Because the way he looked at me. Anytime you got people like this, they lucky they caught him now.
People's response will be December 4th. October 28th at 9:30 for a compliance appearance. Attorney's conference 9:15 in chambers. Counsel, do you want to be heard on release status?
We'll reserve at this time, Your Honor.
Defendant will be remanded.
You just got one of them faces,
Again, defense
right,
motions are due November 20th. People's response December 4th. Next appearance is October 28th at 9:30 for an appearance, 9:15 for an attorney's conference.
It's kind of that Rain Man / Hannibal Lil's Nectar / Hannibal Lecter face, where he just like this. Like just thinking of the next crazy thing that he could do. Lucky they got him. We're going to keep on moving forward now, because we got the situation in LA where we got this deadly suspect arrested in downtown Los Angeles. This is a pretty tragic event right here I want you guys to see. Let's keep on moving forward. You guys do me a favor, double tap that screen if y'all appreciate it.
Gunman is in police custody tonight after a deadly shooting on the streets of downtown Los Angeles. It happened near 4th and Spring Street. Officers using less lethal rounds to take the suspect into custody.
KTLA's Carlos Salcedo now joins us live from LAPD headquarters in downtown LA with the latest. Carlos. Micah, sheriff, man is dead after a suspect opens fire here in downtown Los Angeles. Now, police were already in the area when they witnessed the shooting. They eventually get the suspect, put him into custody using non-lethal rounds.
Get away from the window! Get away from the window!
Citizen app video captures the tense moments as a homicide suspect is seen holding a handgun to his head. Seconds later, responding LAPD officers fire a non-lethal round to get the suspect to comply. As the suspect falls to the ground, still armed with a handgun, police deploy a kinetic projectile. A swarm of officers eventually move in and take the suspect into custody.
It's important to note that the suspect wasn't struck by the officer's gunfire, but there was at least one officer that also deployed less lethal ammunitions, one of our kinetic projectiles, and that struck the suspect and ultimately assisted us in taking him into custody.
The suspect was wanted for shooting and killing a man on Main and 5th in downtown LA around 3:30 Monday afternoon. LAPD Central Division officers were in the area and stumbled upon the shooting.
At that time, they observed a suspect shooting a victim, and then that suspect took off on foot northbound here on Main Street. That prompted the officers to request help, and then the officers chased that suspect on foot.
Okay, you guys, it's time to turn up real quick. I can't let them play the music, but I can let them boogie. I'm going to do it myself. And yes, he went to the Navy, had a little time with them, and decided to jam out a little bit. YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. They have everything you could ever want. He could hang out with all the boys. It's fun. Now you got to do the other side. Yes, this happened when he went to the naval to 250th anniversary. Everybody was going crazy. I cannot play the song, but I can let you guys know what he was doing. Young man. And yes, his wife's there. Same thing. I can't let it play, but you guys see what's going on, right? He's just doing a little pump up, getting everybody charged up. I figured we need to play something like that after watching all of that powing and craziness going on. Let's get on over to this situation right here that we have to be serious about, because even though we try to break it up a little bit, still got to get back to serious stuff. I can't even dance bad. What the hell is that? I can't even do that. How you do that? I can't dance bad. I'm sorry. I'll be up there like this. New Trump remix. I don't know how to do that one, but I can do the remix. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got a sad situation here that's a learnable and a teachable moment. I think that children, this episode would have actually been good for children today. Some that were like adolescents and some that actually could possibly learn from the situations to keep them and prevent them from going into things like what we're about to show you right now. We got this sister of a girl that lost her life on a subway surfing situation. She speaks out on the Eyewitness News. Check this out. Check this out, you guys. I think stories like this need to be posted in the train station, probably on the screens in the train station. Stories like this need to be played so other kids will stop doing it. 12-year-old lost her life subway surfing. I want you guys to see this. Hold on a minute. Now, what? Oh, sorry.
A grim reminder of the danger of this day. Zemfira Mukhtarov was just 12 years old. Her friend was just 13. Both were found dead at a subway station in Brooklyn. The tragedy, a grim reminder of the danger of this dangerous stunt, largely fueled by videos posted on social media.
5 people have died this year compared to 6 last year, according to the NYPD. And police have made more than 100 arrests this year. In fact, just this morning, police drone video spotted 2 boys on top of a train in Queens.
Eyewitness News reporter Kimberly Richardson spoke exclusively with the family of one of the 2
Tragic.
girls who were killed. Kim joins us live in Williamsburg with their story. Kimberly.
Mike and Sade, Zemfira was supposed to turn 13 years old October 17th, but instead died here. Police say subway surfing with a friend. Her family is devastated, making arrangements way too soon. With her parents' permission, I spoke with Zemfira's little sister, who assured me everything will be okay.
She was just always there for me. Like, she was everything for me.
A little girl facing the biggest loss of her life. 11-year-old Miriam Miktarov tells me her 12-year-old sister Zemfira was her best friend.
We'd explore all NYC.
But when her mom saw this video on TV Saturday, her heart sank. With her parents' permission, Miriam spoke with me.
And I was like, look, that's her skateboard and that's her Coach bag. And I'm like, that's her.
The soon-to-be 13-year-old had been killed subway surfing in Brooklyn on a J train. It was 3 a.m. at the Marcy Avenue subway station. The 8th grader was with another girl, a 13-year-old, who Miriam says her sister recently met on social media. Friday night, the sisters were together at their home in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn.
She didn't talk to me because she got mad at me. So she kind of ignored me that night, which is kind of sad.
She says Zemfira snuck out of the house while the family was sleeping.
I feel like it's God's plan to take her. What if he needs her really badly?
Miriam tells me her sister didn't talk much about subway surfing, insisting she would never do it. Her message to other young people?
I'm like, don't do it, because it's just not worth it.
A little girl trying to cope with such a tremendous loss.
My mom, she has this lady, and she was talking to my sister through the spirit box, and she's been sending a lot of messages to me don't miss me, don't cry, I hate to see you cry, so everything's okay, I'm happy, I'll come back soon.
Wise beyond her years, the family has started a GoFundMe to help with this sudden loss, and Zemfira's father saying no child should lose their life in such a tragic way. For now, we're live in Williamsburg. Kevin Burley Richardson, Channel 7.
Tragic event, you guys. Yes, the kids need to see that because they think that it's all good and we too old to tell them anything. And we want to pray for the kids that lost their child, Sinvina, what's her name? Sorry about that lost her life. And we want to pray for the family as well as the other people that were affected in this tragic event, as well as the little sister, because now she's going to have to live with this as well as without her big sister. We ask that you continue to keep on looking over us as you always do today. In Jesus' name, amen. Tragic event right there. We got in a situation right now with this murderer, basically is bad. He's not happy with his he's not happy with his defense attorney. He already knows he's about to get convicted, possibly to losing his life for what he did, or possibly for life in prison. So what he do? He says, you know what? I need another lawyer because I don't feel like this lawyer is representing me the right way. The judge is like, it's almost time for us to pass judgment now. We're already up to arguments. So now all of a sudden, these guys are going back and forth, back and forth. Want you to see what happens in this situation because I'm going to just tell you, this is the defendant. He is angry because he feels like when his lawyer spoke to the prosecution, they were too buddy-buddy. He felt like they should have been just at each other's throats. And he overheard a conversation that they had on Zoom where it was just like a regular cordial conversation. He wasn't happy about it. He's like, how come you guys aren't mad at each other? How come you're not, that's the way that he assumes that lawyers and prosecutors are. So he says, you know what? I don't want you as my lawyer no more. Just to give you guys an idea of what's going on here and why he's acting like this.
You may make a statement, Mr. Soto Escalera, at this time. Go ahead.
Thank you, sir. What I'm bringing to the court is to address is I have a conflict of interest with Thomas Burns.
He has a conflict of interest with Thomas Burns.
I was asking for your permission to respond to that if I can get him removed from my case because I don't trust him.
Mr. Soto Escalera, trying to think of how to say this in a way that's most understandable. I think there's an expression, we're at the 11th hour. This is probably even beyond that. We're probably at 11:59 here. We're about to close all of the evidence in your case, which would be submitted to me with the jury's recommendation, whether you should receive the death penalty or life in prison. Counsel has already done his job. They've already completed their work on the case. Really, at this point, all that's left for them to do is argue to me. So I don't believe there's really any purpose in that at this time. Even if I were to grant your request, there's nothing left for counsel to do at this time other than to make argument to me, which quite frankly could be persuasive, but given the judge's function and where we are, as I mentioned, 11:59 metaphorically, there's really not much purpose in that. So from counsel, since it does affect counsel, does counsel agree with my observation on that particular point? I'm going to inquire Mr. Soto Escalera whether he wants to speak about the decision I have to make and give me input in that regard, because he has the right to do that. But that's separate and apart from what's being said now. Does counsel for the defense agree with that there's been a substantial amount of mitigation put before me, both at the trial and additionally here today, that I have to consider, and I make a statement at this time, either under oath or otherwise, that I would consider in making my determination.
With a witness, and it was recorded in audio, this is why I'm requesting that I would have him removed. But if I can't remove him, I would like you to see what I'm speaking about, so you can understand what I'm trying to say. Time.
With regard to that, that would be a decision in this very important context for your attorneys to make, whether to submit that issue to me as far as potential mitigation.
So now the attorney gonna get peed off and just go off on them.
As I'm required to do, I would defer to their professional decision in that regard.
He gonna go off.
Enough, Judge. I'm going to lay it all out on the record. Okay, I think Mr. Soto Escalera is hurting his situation. He's proceeding in ignorance on the advice of ignorant people. What he is referring to is a Zoom recorded deposition, the first such deposition I ever did in my life, with witness Lucinda Cook. This was done, I think, on the Tuesday when it was court holiday, when we were in the midst of trial or jury selection. I'm not sure exactly where we were yet. And before Ms. Cook joined, there was a recording with chit-chat between me and Mr. Richardson about witnesses in the case, about the state of the case, about why I was calling witnesses and not calling witnesses, and complaining about somebody who had Ms. Mitten's credit card and was going over the limits, and chit-chatting as counsel do between themselves waiting for a witness. And I don't think people understand the context of how attorneys talk to each other. I think that the witnesses who overheard this, Ms. Lucinda Cook and whoever else she communicated with, think that because this is a capital murder case, me and Mr. Richardson should be like this with our hands around each other's throats every moment. And we were not that way. We were chatting as counsel do in a case. And in a capital case especially, do counsel and adversaries have to communicate frequently and exhaustively together.
So you see it was like a 11th hour alley-oop for the defendant. If you really think about it, he's trying to be slick just to get them to do anything. Maybe if I can get a new lawyer, it'll delay. Homeboy, you about to get frizzled, or you about to get life in jail for taking that woman's life. Bottom line, don't nobody want to hear all that crap about, oh, my lawyer was buddy with the DA or whatever. Shut up, meet me at the airport, get my bags. You shouldn't have did the crime. Keep on moving forward. Thank you. And this lawyer wound up calling him an idiot after a little bit more dialogue. Now we got this innocent bystander who was critically injured after being caught in the crossfire of a pow. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Double tap that screen to get those likes up if you appreciate the content that you're seeing.
A 23-year-old woman in critical condition. This after she was caught in the crossfire in West Philadelphia.
Officers found more than a dozen spent shell casings when they arrived on that scene overnight. Action News reporter Leland Pender live for us now at Penn Presbyterian Medical Center in University City with the story. Leland.
Gray and Shari, that victim remains here in the hospital tonight in critical condition after being shot in the stomach. Police believe they are looking for two shooters, but so far no arrests have been made. Video shows the chaotic aftermath immediately following a shooting on Walton Avenue in West Philadelphia early Monday morning.
They ain't talking about. They ain't talking about
one person seen running from the scene. It's not known whether they may be involved or were just running for safety. But one thing is clear: neighbors are tired.
I don't even want to be on this block no more. That's how I'm feeling.
Yeah, they don't want to be around there no more. That audio is terrible. We got to get up out of here. I'm not messing around with that audio. We going to one about. Let me ask you guys a question. Anybody in here have a dog or a cat or an animal? The reason I'm asking this is because 9 times out of 10, when you're vacuuming, your dog gets angry and he's trying to bite the vacuum, or they get scared and they run away from it. Maybe the cats do too. Any cat owners up in here probably got a cat or a dog. Do they run away from the vacuum? Not this dog right here. Huh. As soon as he hear the vacuum come on, he actually comes over and tries to get some love from the vacuum. Check this out, you guys.
Oh, look what I got! Look what I got! You ready? Okay. Here you go. Here you go. Where you at? Look.
He loves it. Normally dogs run from a vacuum. You're a little bit different over there, Joe. You're a little bit different. How many of you guys like tigers? Anybody out here like tigers? Huh? Anybody like tigers? How about these two twin tigers right here? You know, y'all always say, oh, adorable. So this is the new mama. She's got 2 cubs, and she just, you know, Bengal, what's this, white tigers? They're really rare. So yeah, we got some white new baby tigers here that just touched ground. Go ahead and you guys see the new baby tigers. My bad, the cubs. You know we love animals over here, so that's what we do. Today it's white tigers, dogs, and cubs. The white baby Simba right there, you guys. Y'all know how we do. We always try to make sure that we do it the right way, send you guys out the right way. And if you're trying to make some money, hit that link in the description. You guys are going to be able to make up to what? $750 today. $750 in surveys in there today, you guys. You make some money and I'm going to make some money too. Also, if you have not already subscribed to the channel, why haven't you? Become a member. Go ahead and hit that link in the description. Hit that notification bell right there so that you know every single time when we're on. We're also going to be going on location, and we're going to be doing that this week. Actually, tomorrow, we were not going to have a show because I have to be out of here, but I'm thinking about doing it at 5 o'clock. Yes, you guys, I might have to do it 1 hour earlier if I'm going to be able to do a show tomorrow. Why? Have to go to a whole nother state tomorrow, and I need the travel time, the same way we do it sometimes. And guess what? We don't make money here. We make about $20, something like that. YouTube jacks about 20%. Don't make any money at all, be honest with you. We only do live show, and I'm not asking for anybody for anything. But what I do after the show makes it possible for me to do the show. So with that being said, what I do after the show has to be taken care of tomorrow during the time where I normally do the show. I need it for travel time. So tomorrow, I'm thinking about doing the show at 5 o'clock, probably running for just a half hour, and then I got to get on to the business. Friday, we're going to keep on moving the way that we normally do, but I got to pay the bills. I got to keep these lights on, and I got to keep doing what I got to do because it's real life out here. With that being said, you guys, also, you know what's also going to be happening this Saturday. This Saturday, October 11th, at 815 Hutchinson River Parkway, we're doing the Show Your Talent Search. That's right, your boy BOOGOTTINYC. I'm the host as well, sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch. You guys want to be a part of the talent show? That's the talent show where it's not just about singing and dancing. There's more to talent than just singing and dancing. There's cooking. There's talented painters. So whatever your talent is, if you guys are trying to make $250, boom! You know where I got that from, right? You can make $250 this Saturday by showing us your talent at 815 Hutchinson River Boulevard. That's going to be the Hutchinson River Super Center. You guys already seen DJ Don Dada promoting it all over the internet. So yes, DJ Don Dada from Black Ink Crew again is going to be with us at 815 Hutchinson River Parkway, the Super Center right there in the Bronx, you guys. I have all the information already on the website, as well as promoted. We've been promoting it all over. So I know you guys see it in the post notification area as well. So if you guys are in another state, don't worry. We're going to have it live stream from here. But if you want to be a part of the show, all you got to do is go to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. Go to the first page, join the mailing list, and that's it. They're going to let you know where the next location is at. And if you want to be a part of the show, come on and be a part of the show. Got to be 21 or older because we're actually doing the tasting at the same time. And Big Drip is 14% alcohol. So you got to make sure that you're of legal age to drink. Again, you guys, I want you guys to have a fantastic, safe day. It's raining out here in New York where I'm at. I actually love the rain. It keeps the animals calm. It's God's way of calming down the world for a while. So I'm all good with that. And I ain't scared of water. I like it to touch my skin anyway. Y'all drink some water. Stop worrying about problems because guess what? It's not even that serious. Think about it. Problems present opportunities. You're always worried about the problem and you're always going crazy about it. What you need to do, focus on it. Keep on banging at that nail every single day because God gives us the wherewithal and the strength to do it. Stop worrying about problems so much. You know why? Because you got to be alive to deal with a problem. How about being thankful for being alive? How about that? Let's look at that. And we're going to go out with a prayer for every single person that's in the building right now, allegedly. I want to pray for my brother Casey, who always holds us down. We also got, what's that? Yodi. That's a Yachty up in the building. We got Liberty and Justice, who one of our fantastic moderators. Thank you so much. And we want to pray for you. And we praying for Rebecca Lon Yen Bueno from Grand Rapids, Michigan, that she has a healthy and satisfying day and that she gets nothing but good reports back from her doctors and all of her medical. Everybody up in the building, Batty Lynn, all of you guys that always support, allegedly, and also Dot Focus, and you already know I'm going to say my homeboy, Mark Dorfman. Thank you guys so much for always showing up. And with that being said, y'all could have went anyway. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. So, like I said, we're going to have a shorter show tomorrow, but I'm going to do it because I can't get up out of here without you guys. So I'll probably do like a half hour, then I'm out of here. But until tomorrow, I'll see you guys then. Get 'em! Peace.